welcome back. The theme of today's class is focus. So, there's lots of ways we can work on enhancing our ability to focus. The body, what we're doing with our body, what we're doing with our breath, what we're doing with our gaze, for example. And the reason that focus is important from a yogic perspective is that it is a very important piece of the path to the state of yoga. So without the ability to concentrate and focus, then we don't have the ability to come into a meditative state and to have that feeling of connection and peace that we're all looking for. So focus is crucial, or concentration. So we'll work on that. And I know some of you have been struggling a little bit with being able to concentrate on your schoolwork with everything that's going on. So hopefully this will be helpful practice for you today. Just to feel that sensation of being in a state of concentration. All right. Let's start with just settling into the breath. So come into your comfortable seat. Spine long, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Deep breath in and full breath out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, raise both arms forward. And exhale, thumbs up on both hands. Inhale, bring your right thumb closer. And breathe out, bring your gaze toward that right thumb. Inhale, notice that you can still see your left thumb, but it's not in focus. Exhale, focus on the right thumb. Inhale, shift the thumbs and keep your focus on the right thumb. Exhale here. Breathe in and breathe out. Shift your focus now to your left thumb. Breathe in and breathe out. Switch the position of the hands, still focusing on the left thumb. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and let's switch it again. Switch your focus to the right thumb. Notice that you can see your left thumb, but your focus is on the right. One more switch. Keep the focus on the right thumb and then switch, focus on the left. Another full breath. And on the exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, bring the thumbs up in front of your gaze. And exhale, bring the thumbs even closer and let them rest on your forehead. Breathe in and breathe out. This is the third eye chakra, the space between the brows. It's said to be a place where the energy is related to intuition, wisdom, deeper vision beyond what we can see with our physical eyes. And the idea of focus and concentration is something that our um, inner guidance here can help us with. So take a moment here to set your intention, to set your focus. What is it that you want to focus on? Knowing that all these other things are around, the other thumb is still there, but what do you want to focus on? Knowing that your focus may change throughout the day, but is there something that you really would like to focus on? Let that be your intention. Breathe fully into that idea. And breathe out. We'll take the arms down. And then inhale, come to all fours. We'll warm up with our cat-cow. So exhale, shoulders over wrist, knees under hips. Inhale, lift tailbone and chin. And exhale, round the back. Draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, look up. And exhale to round. And I'd like you to stay with that 4-count breath. Focus on that. Inhale, 2, 3, 4 as you lift. Exhale, 2, 3, 4 as you round. One more. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale back to neutral, 3, 4. And exhale to child's, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in and breathe out. Make sure that the forehead, the brow is resting on something, whether it's the mat or your stacked fists. And in this position, just concentrate on your intention, your focus that you have chosen. Inhale, come back up to all fours. And exhale, lower the forearms down to the mat with the elbows right under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, tuck the toes under and lift the hips. This is called dolphin pose. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in, lift the tailbone a little bit higher. And breathe out. Belly draws in, shoulders are still drawing away from the ears. Inhale. And exhale. So the gaze for this pose, see if you can bring your gaze to between your thumbs. And one more breath here. And exhale, lower the knees, point the toes, and child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come back up to all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, press through the hands, and exhale, pull belly in. Inhale, shift forward, come into that plank position again. And notice as you exhale where your eyes are focusing. It should be maybe an inch or two above in front of your mat. Keep the breath going. Draw the shoulders back, draw the belly in, reach the heels toward the wall behind you. And then exhale. Optional to lower the knees, shift forward, and bend the elbows just a little bit. Inhale, straighten out the legs, lift the thighs, straighten out the arms. Look up, and exhale, pull belly in, roll over the toes, back to downward dog. Inhale, walk the feet forward. And exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen up the spine a little bit. Draw the shoulders back. And exhale, fold forward, maybe a little bend in the knees. Shift the weight slightly forward into the fronts of the feet. And exhale, fold maybe a little deeper, shifting the weight more evenly through the feet. And then bend the knees. Inhale, lift your gaze. Pay attention to where you're looking. Follow that line all the way up to standing. And exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Your gaze still straight out ahead, as if there was a horizon there that you could imagine seeing off in the distance. Inhale, press down through the feet. Exhale, neutralize the pelvis, draw the belly in. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, release the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up. And exhale again, focus straight out ahead. Keep that focus. Inhale, bend into the knees. As you bend down, your gaze lifts up just slightly. And raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Gaze comes down toward the feet. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine, gazing forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step both legs back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. And exhale, either lower the back knee or the back heel. The gaze is just in front of the mat. Inhale, arms raise up, the gaze lifts, comes all the way up. And exhale, release the hands back down, the gaze comes with it. Inhale to plank, optional to lower the knees. Exhale, look forward, shift forward, bend elbows just a bit. Inhale, roll over the toes, straighten the arms, thighs lift, gaze lifts. And exhale, roll over the toes, lift the hips, gaze between the legs. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, back heel or knee down. Inhale, raise up the arms, lift the gaze all the way upward. And exhale, the hands back down. Inhale to plank, look forward in front of your mat. Optional, lower the knees. Exhale, shift forward, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, thighs lift. And exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, gazing between the legs. And breathe out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend into the knees, look forward between the hands, gazing between the thumbs. Inhale, step or maybe jump the feet forward. Long spine, shoulders back, hands can come to shins. And exhale, fold over the legs. Soften the knees, bend into the knees. Inhale, raise the arms as you're squatting down. Gaze is lifted. And exhale, come back up to stand, gazing out toward that imaginary horizon again. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, step the right leg back. And exhale, bend into the left knee. Your right heel is down. Inhale, square the hips forward as much as they can comfortably go. And exhale, pull the belly in and up. Inhale, raise the arms for warrior one. Exhale, gaze up between the arms, or between the hands. Optional, you can bring the palms together. Breathe in and breathe out. Fix the gaze. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the gaze straight ahead, and exhale, release the arms down by your side. You can take your hands to your hips or interlace the fingers behind the back. Breathe in. Shoulder blades together. Square the hips as you breathe out and tip forward. Breathe in, draw the right hip forward. Breathe out, pull belly in, draw left hip back. Maybe go a little deeper, long spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, press into both feet. And breathe out, pull the belly in. Inhale, long spine. And exhale. Inhale, lift on up. And exhale, little bend in that knee. And release the hands. Let's bring them together at heart center. Inhale, shift forward into your left foot. Maybe come up onto the tippy toe of the back foot. Exhale, pull belly in and get more weight into your left foot. Optional to have a wall out in front of you. Inhale, optional, lift that right heel. And exhale, belly draws in. Stabilize through that left leg. Breathe in. Lengthen the spine. And breathe out. See if you can optional work to bring the leg parallel with the floor, the back leg. You can keep your hands here or maybe reach them forward for warrior 3. And then we'll inhale, bend in the standing leg, come all the way up to stand, and exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, plant the back heel and bend into the front knee. Work to square the hips forward. Inhale, raise the arms. And exhale, drop the shoulders down, pull belly in. Inhale, lift the gaze up between the hands. And exhale, keep the hands where they are, or optional, bring the palms to touch. Breathe in. Left hip forward. Breathe out. Belly draws in. Maybe bend a little deeper into your front knee. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And out. And then we'll inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, release the hands, release the gaze to forward again. Hands can come to the hips or again interlaced behind the back. Breathe in, draw shoulder blades together. And breathe out, belly draws in. And we'll tip forward. Inhale, left hip forward. Pull belly in, exhale, right hip back. Inhale, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, maybe a little deeper. Breathe in. And breathe out. The gaze for this one's different depending on where you are in the space. Just make sure your head isn't hanging down. A long spine. And then we'll inhale, lift back up. And exhale, release the hands. We'll bring the hands together at the center of the chest. Breathe in, bend into the front knee. Breathe out, shift the weight forward. Come onto the tippy toes. You can stay here, you can reach toward the wall. Inhale, shift your weight forward into that front foot. And exhale, maybe lift the back leg a little bit more. Reach through the heel, breathe in, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe out, even out your hips. Good, breathe in. Reach through the back heel, reach through the top of the head. Optional to take the arms forward. And then a little bend in the standing leg. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, turn and face this long edge of the mat. And exhale. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. Interlace the fingers. And exhale, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, lean to the right. Exhale, pull the belly in. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, back up to neutral. And exhale, other side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, release the arms. Inhale, take the legs wide. And exhale, turn the right toes out. Left toes in. Breathe in, arms out to a T. And breathe out, reach forward and down for triangle. Optional to bring the bottom hand to the leg or the block, maybe the floor, as long as that doesn't bring your top shoulder down. Inhale, focus here, maybe on that top thumb. So we're back to the thumb again, but if that hurts the neck, then you can choose an alternate focus. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, play around with some variations of triangle that we've tried before, taking the arm over the ear. Another one to really engage the core, bring the bottom arm up. It's another option. Or you might come up and bend into the knee and go to warrior 2, or shift forward into a balancing pose of half moon. So lots of options here. And if you're working on the half moon, your gaze may be at the floor, out to the side, or possibly up to that thumb again. Most challenging variation. And then bend into the knee. Inhale back up. And exhale the arms down. Other side. Inhale, right toes in. Exhale, left toes out. Inhale the arms out. And exhale, reach out to the side and tip down for triangle. Breathe in, draw the shoulder blades together. And breathe out. See if you can find that focus. Top thumb. Inhale. And exhale. And then optional, just stay here or try a different variation in triangle. Or come up and come into warrior 2 or half moon on the other side. Take your time shifting your gaze if you're working to bring the gaze up to the thumb in half moon. And then in whatever pose you're in, we'll come back up and exhale the arms down. Inhale. Let's come to the top of the mat and exhale here. Breathe in, raise the arms up. And breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, look up, lengthen spine, shoulders back. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. And exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Inhale, walk the foot over to the right, outside of the hand, and exhale. Here, you can opt to lower onto the forearms. You can opt to lower the back knee if you prefer. You can also opt to lower onto a block, whatever works for your body. Breathe in, look forward, draw the shoulder blades back. And breathe out. Stay here if you want. Another option to deepen this hip stretch is to take the right knee out to the right. Be very careful with that. If you feel any discomfort in the hip or the knee or even the ankle, you might want to come out of that one. If you're taking the knee out to the side, the bottom of the foot lifts up off the mat and you're on the side of the foot. You're on the outside of the foot. It's just a bit more of a hip opener. And then we'll bring that bottom of the foot down if it was lifted. Inhale, raise up straighten up the arms. And exhale, bring the foot back to neutral. Inhale, press through the hands, raise the leg high behind you. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Inhale, walk the foot over to the side. And exhale. You might stay here. You might lower down onto your forearms. You might lower the back knee. And you might open up the knee out to the side. Lots of different variations. Breathe in, shoulders away from the ears, and gaze is forward. Breathe out. Stabilize wherever you can. Belly. And then if you took that foot out to the side, we'll want to bring it back up. Inhale, straighten up the arms. Exhale, bring the foot inside the hands. And then inhale, extend the leg high behind you. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees. And exhale, point the toes, hips to heels. Breathe in, lower the forehead to the mat or rest on your hands and breathe out. Take a moment here to remember your intention. Breathe into it and breathe out. Inhale, come back up to all fours. And exhale, take the feet to one side and have a seat. Extend the legs out long. Breathe in. Optional to have a little blanket or pillow underneath you here. And breathe out. Sit the back edge of your bottom on your support if using it. Inhale, lift the toes up, draw the fingertips behind you, and lift the chest. Breathe out, pull the belly in, and start to tip forward. Breathe in, press into the fingertips again, long spine, shoulders back. Breathe out. Pull those pinky toes back and the big toes. And just gently, slowly follow your breath. Allow the inhales to lengthen the spine. And allow the exhales to maybe take you a little bit deeper into the pose. And you can keep your hands behind you, or if any point you feel like bringing your hands forward, you can. Also, some of you might want to strap the feet or wrap the hands around the feet or the toes. But try not to sacrifice the straight spine. So this is a forward fold where the gaze has to come more internal. So go ahead and close the eyes. Focus on the breath. Connect the breath to the movement of the body. And then we'll inhale and lift back up. And exhale. inhale, draw the right knee up, draw the heel in, and exhale, take that knee out to the side. Breathe in, again, hands behind you, long spine, belly draws in, and breathe out. Gaze toward your toes, lift the toes up and back. Breathe in, straighten out the neck, and breathe out, pull belly in. So on this one, we're working to align over that left knee. So it might help you to draw your right hip forward and your left hip back slightly. And I don't suggest that you use the strap around the foot on asymmetrical poses. You can, of course, bring the hands forward if you would like, but I just wouldn't yank on anything where you're asymmetrical. Not the advice I would give. This pose is called head to knee pose, and it works to connect the head, the mind, to the knee, which is the joint that moves us around. So it's sort of like connecting our intention or our intuition with our movement, with our action. Where we go, what we do. What is that intention, and where will it take us, and how will we move in that direction? And then we'll inhale, lift back up. And by the way, you don't have to get your head to the knee. Exhale, switch the legs. Right leg extends. Breathe in, hands behind you. Square your navel toward that right knee. And exhale, tip forward. Breathe in, long spine. And breathe out. And to help align the pelvis and therefore the spine, left hip forward, right hip back. Shoulders are back. Gaze may start out at the toes, but it might shift toward the leg depending on where you are in the posture. And then inhale, lift back up, nice and slowly. And exhale, we'll bring that left knee up and take it out. Inhale, bring the right knee up again. And exhale, cross it over the leg. I'm going to remove my support, but you might want yours there. It's up to you. Right hand comes behind you. Bottom of the foot is flat on the ground, either on the inside or the outside of the leg. And that left leg may bend as well, as long as your right hip stays down. Inhale, long spine, optional to raise the arm up. Left toes lift, and exhale. Grab the leg or hook the elbow around that top leg. Breathe in, exhale and twist to your right. Breathe in, long spine, and breathe out. Nice neutralizing twist here. Notice if all your weight's in your back hand, or if you can use your core to help stabilize. And hold the weight. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, untwist, turn to the left. Inhale, come forward again, uncross your leg and take your knee back down to the right. Inhale, bring your right hand behind you. Press into the floor as you lift your hips up. And exhale, we'll come back down. Inhale, extend that right leg. And exhale, draw the left knee up. Optional to cross it over, optional to find that bottom knee bent. Left hand behind you. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale to twist. Twist to your left. Breathe in. Think of that whole spine lengthening up from the tailbone all the way up to the space of the third eye. Breathe out. Bring that twist a little deeper. And notice your gaze shift a little further behind you. And then we'll inhale, look forward. Exhale, twist over to the right for a moment. And then inhale, uncross. Take the left knee to the floor. Left hand to the floor and lift up. Stretch it out. And exhale, come on back down. Inhale, bring the bottoms of the feet together. Draw the heels in nice and close. And exhale, fold forward for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. This pose, I like to practice it with a straight spine, but it is fine if you prefer to round the back on this one. That can be fine. The knees are bent, so it shouldn't hurt the back. But if you do feel any pinching in the lower back when you round your back, then straighten it out. And then we'll inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the knees up. Bring the bottoms of the feet to the floor. Palms down, fingertips forward. Bring your heels in close. And then inhale, lift up the hips for your reverse table. Chin to chest or chin up. Keep lifting the hips. And exhale, we'll come back down. Inhale. Bring your hands to your shins, lean back slightly. And breathe out. Point the toes. Optional to release the hands. Optional to lift the shins parallel with the floor or maybe fully extended. Inhale. And exhale. Also optional to play with where the arms are in space. Just move slowly. And see if you can keep your gaze steady, whatever you're doing. With the arms or the legs, steady the gaze. And focus on the breath. And then we'll exhale, bend the knees, round the back and rest the head. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, lift the head, scooch a little forward on your mat. And breathe out. Come to lying on your back. Bend the knees, bring the heels in close to your bottom. Palms down. Inhale, walk shoulder blades together. And exhale, draw the navel toward the spine. Gaze at something, gaze probably at your ceiling that probably doesn't have much on there. So sometimes it's harder to focus when there's not a lot there. Sort of like how we are having to readjust all of our schedules. For some people, it feels like just a big, unattainable focus. So sometimes we have to bring that more internally. Ask ourselves what our focus is. Or maybe there's just a dot on the wall that you can look at, on the ceiling, I mean. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Optional, if you'd like to go into that full wheel, you could do that now. And we'll all lower the upper back, the mid back, and bring the sacrum down to touch. Inhale, walk the knees together and the feet out to the edges. Turn the palms up and breathe out. Close the eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. And for our inversion today, you can just take the legs to the air. Option 1. Option 2 would be to elevate the hips with something and then elevate the legs. And option 3 would be to go to the wall. Option 4 would be to move into that shoulder stand that I went over last time. And to try that from the floor is to use a little momentum with swinging the hips up, pressing the hands into the floor, and then bringing your hands to your back. But then you walk your shoulder blades together and work to extend the legs. To come down, you would take the feet toward the floor behind your head and then bring your hands to the floor and slowly lower one vertebrae at a time to come back down. So, lots of options here. Something to gaze at in this pose might be the space between the feet. If there is a little space there, sometimes the arch leaves a little space to look at, or maybe there's a little space between the big toes. Or you could just focus on the line between the feet at any certain area. Or you could choose to close the eyes and focus on your intention. And then we'll make our way down, bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. Unless you're in that shoulder stand, if you're in that shoulder stand, remember, take your feet toward the floor behind your head and slowly walk each vertebrae down onto the mat. And you can use your hands as support. You can use your abs as support as well. Here we'll do a little reclined twist. Your choice. You can draw the knees in together and take the legs to the left and open out to the right. Optional to extend that bottom leg. Optional to wrap the legs. Whatever feels good today. And then we'll come out of that, back to neutral, and take the legs over to the right, whichever variation you'd like. And then inhale, come back to neutral. And exhale, find your way to Shavasana, lying flat on your back, using any supports that you'd like. Once you get set up, be sure to relax the muscles in the jaw, in the cheeks, the tongue, and the muscles around the eyes. They all relax. And so do the muscles on the forehead, between the brows. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the ankles and the wrists. And then take the arms overhead, draw the legs together. And bend the knees. Roll to the right side. Take a breath here. And then press on up to seated. I have a practice today that I'd like to share with you that can help you if you are working toward meditation, and also it can help you with any type of working on focusing and concentration. It's a practice of counting the breath. You know, I often will count your breaths for you. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. But this is you're counting backwards in your head numbers with every breath. And it's a little complicated to explain, so bear with me. But with every, so let's say we'll start at 40. With every even number, 40 and then 38 and then 36 and 34, those are going to be exhales for you. Every odd number will be an inhale. And I just like the exhale starts with E and even starts with E, so that makes it a little easier to remember. So exhale on the evens and inhale on the odd numbers. So it would look like this. Exhale 40, inhale 39, exhale 38, inhale 37, all the way until you get down to 20. When you get to 20, things change. Once you get to 20, you're going to exhale on the even numbers, and then you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale on the odd number too. So it'll look like this. Exhale 20, inhale. Exhale 19, inhale. Exhale 18, and so forth, all the way until you get to 0. When you get to 0, there's no more counting. But your mind will have been trained to focus really deeply on those breaths. And it's a great way to practice for meditation, and a great way to enhance your ability to concentrate. So let's try that together. We're going to start by inhaling, and then in your mind, you exhale 40. And you work your way down to 20, and then at 20, it's going to be every number on the exhale. Once you get down to 0, no counting. Let's begin. You can hold your hands any way that's comfortable, but this mudra, first finger and thumb, is great for concentration. Go ahead and begin. you'd like to keep going, you can. If not, bring the hands together. Take a moment to bow the chin in honor of your own inner teacher, becoming more and more clear each day. Let's hope. Namaste.